Many artists release music, but they never actually truly connect with their fan base. And their fan base is actually broken into 3 levels. You have your sampling community of folks, the base that just likes to get things really cool and upfront for free. And then you got your constant contact who need constant attention. And then you have your community who wants to communicate with you. Most creators stop at the sampling level because it's hard to break through the constant contact level. If you didn't figure it out, that's the email level. However, this can be as easy as you want it to be so long as you feel compelled to connect with your people, your fan base. So I'm gonna break down these levels and how this works coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. All right, so at the top of this fan funnel is the sampling stage. Some may call this the beginning of your fan or sales funnel. Whatever you call it, the sampling stage is where everyone discovers you. This consists of all social media platforms and streaming platforms, the places where people do not pay for what they consume from you. And maybe not streaming, like, YouTube, SoundCloud, maybe. But it's important to build a following on these platforms, but they are not the end all, be all of keeping your fan base connected to you. They're just consuming the snacks and hors d'oeuvres and tapas and all that stuff. That's all they're doing. And they're getting full off of it. But this does not keep someone connected to you, because the minute you stop divvying out that content is when the money train stops rolling. However, underneath the surface of this, we got more work to do, because the second stage is called the constant contact stage. The next stage is constant contact. The second stage of your fan funnel comes by way of email automation. Emails keep your curious fans connected to you because your contacts can feel personal if you run them correctly. It's a one-way street, but you can inform your super interested fans about what's going on with you, and they will feel much more connected to you because you've reached out to them with more detailed information and offers that don't seem like a social media stunt. So you can put stuff up on social media as an announcement, or you can put stuff up that's a little bit more exclusive through email, where people only on that email would get to see this stuff. People feel special when you use that email, and they don't tend to share much when it comes in the form of an email. But we get to go a little bit deeper here. And this, like I said, this is just, we're connecting. We're staying connected. Content was connecting us on the first level. Actual dialogue, written letters or e-letters are keeping us connected on the second level. And there's much more that can be done with this email. But our third level is the community stage. The community stage is what I like to consider the super fan club. It's a place where you can connect with your fans on a monthly level and offer exclusive content and products for those who will pay your monthly premium to be a part of your server. It's where you can begin to find out what your fans want from you so you can make better products and content for them. You may even find fans to help you moderate the community. Lastly, this is a moneymaker, creating crazy amounts of income if you can maintain the platform. This is ultimately where you want to get people or move people to. You want to move them from samplers to actual fans. That is the goal. Not from samplers to streamers or none of that stuff. You want to move them all the way to being a fan. And that is your target goal as an artist or a record label that has signed an artist. You want to create fans for them. So email is dead, right? Wrong. Email is not dead. Remember, email is used to stay connected to your fan base that cares. All right. It will not be as big as your social media following, but these are the people that really and truly care about what you have to say. These are also the people who will also spend money if you have the right offer. And you can do it via this way. Sometimes people open the emails, sometimes they don't. The average open rate is around about 2 to 3%. However, when you have a highly engaged audience that doesn't receive emails from you often, or when they do receive it from you, it is something great, they're going to open it. In that email could be a numerous amount of things that you wouldn't normally put on social media, and people will feel good about it. But the key to email is getting around what social media doesn't offer, which is right on the home screen of people's phones. That is the key to email. So if people never open that email, the simple fact that the email showed up on the home screen is where you want to be. You get what I'm saying? Now, when should you build a community? You should build a community when you feel compelled to share content on a deeper level that doesn't have to be fit for an algorithm. Things that can be a little more unfiltered and raw. You'll know in your gut because the fans will start asking you more questions, or you'll see your regulars show up all the time, or you just have more to share. That's when you want to build that community. This is the final frontier for the fan, because the fan Either it's going to show up in person to see you, or they're going to show up online to see you. If they show up in person, they may be paying. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have free events, but in most cases, they will be paying. And if they show up online, they should be paying too. And the community allows you to make a lot more money than you think, even when you're not on the road, because this is recurring revenue. What if I just stay at the surface level? You can, but I must ask you, were you really trying to connect with the people via social media, or were you selfishly seeking attention? The surface level will not bring you the connection that you're seeking, even if you try, because it's very hard to manage the fans versus the viewers at that level. I mean, Instagram does have broadcast channels and things of that nature, but you don't have control of talking to them directly in social media, because the only thing you're at the mercy of is the algorithm, and hoping that the algorithm shows your stuff to your fans. Most social media platforms, you cannot run a broadcast to say, hey, yada, 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 and it gets directly to the people, which is why we want the email. And then we need the community. None of this can be pulled off without a proper foundation. So if you're a producer, a singer, songwriter, new music exec who wants to build your record or publishing company in 60 days or less without searching all over the internet for the how-tos, then I made this just for you. It's called 60-Day Record Label Course. And what we're going to do inside this course is build a strong LLC foundation for you to actually grow upon. And some of you will get funding for your business. You'll learn how to play the game via contract so you don't get screwed in this game out here. And you'll be set up to collect your international and domestic publishing and record royalties without the middleman taking 15%. I'd say that's a pretty cool deal. And if you trip and fall through the process, don't worry, you can always book a call. I'll help you up across the finish line. You can get started today right down beneath this video. But if this is your first time watching the show, grab 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits below. A free split sheet is included with the download. However, not connecting with the people makes you create music in vain. It does, which makes it very unrewarding and unfulfilling, which ultimately makes you quit because you don't get the fruits you were looking for. I know that for a fact. But connecting on a deeper level will bring you more rewards with your efforts in music. You'll get to really see how your music inspires the people, and you get the chance to make the money you were seeking in the first place because you got fans, okay? This is where we want to be, music money makers. So if you were struggling with kind of divvying that fan base out and fan base connection, at least now you have a little bit more insight to help yourself build the true fan base and the gigantic fan base to bring you all that money you were looking for from doing this music. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course beneath this video, download the free stuff below this video, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, and I'll see you next time. Peace.